how are you? In this video, Jorge talks about some quite interesting and crazy shit. Check it out.
And Leon wants it, more than anything.
Sure.
He wants it more than anything. Just for the history that we have, and also we're gonna sell the most pay-per-views if me and him are in that cage.
It'll sell a lot.
Yeah.
It'll sell a lot. It'll be a big fight. It's going to be a gigantic fight. What did you think about the rematch, the rubber fight with Leon and Kamaru?
Little lackluster, and Usman, maybe like there was times where I didn't see him like stepping on the gas like he usually does, and it might have been because he just took this fight too early. I always think that when a fighter gets knocked out, you really, and I got this from like the old timers in boxing, you need to really let your brain and your confidence like heal and come back, because then you get back in and you get touched and you're like, whoa, I might get knocked out, and you pull the brakes and you start like, maybe second guessing yourself. So I think maybe he took it a little bit too early. I do think that he's in a way better fighter than Leon in a lot of aspects, but Leon just has his number, it seems right now.
I feel like once a guy becomes the champion, they gain confidence and they gain ability because they just have this understanding of what they're capable of doing, and the fact that it was in England.
You just don't know how a guy's gonna come back after his first KO loss, and it was a bad one, it was a brutal one. Usman was down for a bit.
How long after the Kamaru fight did you take off?
Close to like 8 to 9 months, almost, maybe even longer. All my coaches wanted me. Plus, it was like the first KO of my career. So more so on like not my body was already healed, my brain, but they wanted to make sure that my mind was right.
Yeah. How long did it take you to get over it?
I still haven't got over it, brother. I want to fucking rip Usman's fucking brains out, nothing personal. I just want to get back in there and do it to him, I've never been knocked out, and I've fought a lot. We were talking about earlier, Yves Edwards, like I fought great strikers, and they never even came close to knocking me out. And it's not the diss Usman, but I don't put him in the league of one of these great strikers. He's a great fighter because he could do a lot of things well. And getting his best shots, and I cut 20 pounds of water, and I took the fight in 6-day notice, and I went to Abu Dhabi. I was like, bro, this guy will never hurt me. Like, he hits like a bitch, and then all of a sudden, he's the dude that knocks me out. I had 5 rounds with him. So in that, I think it was 9 months since the first fight, that he gained that type of power was just nuts to me, It was like unreal, unnatural, because I felt his fucking best punches in the first fight for 5 rounds and never hurt me, never like shook me up good, And then boom, surprise hit in the second fight. So
do you think it was a matter of you not respecting his power, and on top of that, him just getting better?
I always respect anybody who has 2 hands and 2 feet. So it's not like I'm trying to do the touch me in the chin and I'll give a shot to take a shot. Definitely caught me by surprise when he started to load up. I kind of saw like the back of his head, so I thought for sure he's gonna shoot. So I started to like drop my hands. Then I noticed like midway, oh, it's a right hand. I tried to check hook him, but it's too late already. The right hand had already penetrated the force field and took my ass out,
Yeah. Yeah. It's a moment that happens to many fighters, and it defines who they are, how they bounce back from it.
Yeah.
Oh,
and I'm coming strong, man. I feel my mind after that fight, maybe I'm not gonna lie, I went into like a dark place for a while because, like I said, I'd never been knocked out. It was just fucking nuts to me. Like, bro, this guy's the one that fucking literally knocked me out. Like, I was out cold. It wasn't like you stopped it early or nothing. I know in my heart of hearts this guy fucking knocked me out. And for me to think Usman's the one that knocked me out, I never would have betted that this guy would knock me out. So it affected me, bro, bad. You know what I'm saying?
Do you ever go to a sports psychologist?
I just listen to Jordan Peterson a lot, bro. On YouTube, man. That's my dude right there for many, many years. I've never got to
met him?
I haven't got the chance, but I'm actually, by coincidence, he's in Florida April 9th, and I'm like doing everything in my power to make sure that I'm there. Like right after my fight, I'm gonna go. He's gonna have a conference down in.
I'll connect you guys.
Oh hell yeah!
Yeah, I'll connect you guys.
Oh yeah,
for sure. He's
gonna be in
guy.
Florida, so I was like, bro, I gotta go there. I just want to sit in the crowd and listen to this dude. I've been listening to him for years on like YouTube and stuff.
What happened, Moby?
He's a bitch, bro. And he showed his true colors for the money, for the pay-per-view. He talk about my kids, my family, to maybe sell
and you
extra
were friends
pay-per-views.
with him.
No, not friends. I was fucking everything. His mentor. I was already in Strikeforce. I had competed against Gilbert Melendez. I was an established pro when he came over to American Top Team. I was living up at American Top Team. I had an apartment over there for like about a year and change. He broke his hand. His girlfriend had fucking kicked him out of the place because he had given her fucking herpes and shit. No, I'm fucking serious. So he had like nowhere to fucking live. So he asked if he could crash on my couch. I was like, yeah, fuck it, bro. We're both on this journey together. We train together. We play poker together. Fucking this and that. So I basically fed this dude for a fucking year, lived on my couch, didn't give me a fucking dollar because he didn't have a job, had a fucking broken hand. It's all documented. It's all him on YouTube saying, Jorge Masvidal was my best friend. If it wasn't for Jorge, I wouldn't be here, and this and that. And then, and immediately, instead of like, yeah, we're fucking boys, we could fight or whatever the fuck, he turns into something fucking ugly, like everything that I did for you, you're trying to use it against me, especially my kids. He knows the relationship I have with my kids, and you're trying to use that against me. You're a fucking piece of shit. But before all that happened, I already knew he wasn't a good person because my striking coach trained him from his amateur all the way to his Rafael Dos Anjos fight, and he did a handshake deal with him, 5% on your fights. If you make $1,000, you make $500,000. 5% is what you're gonna pay me because that's what Joel Romero pays me. That's what Jorge Masvidal pays me. That's what all the guys that train with him pay him. And he's like accessible at all times. He will drive an hour this way, drive an hour back that way, and just give you all his knowledge. And that's what he wanted, And they shook hands on it. As soon as Kobe made money, what did he do? Didn't pay my coach. So since then, I was like, bro, I want to fucking take a bat to his fucking neck. And my coach is like, don't do it, bro. You'll fight him, and that's how you'll get him for both of us. I didn't get him that time, but I promise you, before my career's over, I'm gonna fucking murder Kobe in the cage legally. Legally.
What happened illegally?
That's also something that, losing a piece of shit like that. Like if you let somebody come into you and you share something with me, like, man, something is very dear to me. It's this moment where my mom, blah, 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 and this and that. And then I would use that because me and you had a falling out. It really shows your fucking character. Like, you're a fucking piece of shit, bro, And that's why nobody fucks with this guy. Like, nobody fucks with this guy in any level, in any accord,
Well, it's a crazy story.
John Jones can't stand him. He had a very similar thing with John Jones.
He changed who he was when the UFC was about to cut him, and he decided to become like a wrestling heel.
Shit on a whole country just for what? Like,
it worked though. I mean, the thing about it is, it's kind of genius in the fact that it really did get people paying attention to him.
In a negative way, but I feel that he could have just been beating people, put more time into the craft rather than Twitter and trying to copy other heels, and it would have been fine. Like, this guy just, what is Conor doing today? Let me go do that on a cheaper, shittier way, Like, be fucking you, bro. Just fucking go out there and beat dudes up and say what you gotta say, and it'll come to you. Well, it took me a while to get here, I had to fucking knock out and beat numerous fucking people, ex-world champions, to get here, but it'll come. You don't have to sell out for the fucking dollar, bro.
What was it like fighting him?
I wanted to fucking kill him. I wanted to hurt him. But it wasn't the best version of me, bro. It just wasn't the best version of me. In this sport, this is what I love about it. It's like what happened, and everything else is bullshit, right? So until we fight again, nobody will get to see that better version of me. But I promise you, Joe, before I close this chapter in my life in MMA, I will have competed against this guy. I'm going to fucking take his soul, bro. I just know it after being those 5 rounds in there with him, and that was the best that he had, and that was nowhere near my best at that time for different reasons. I know I could fucking end this guy.
I appreciate every single one of you that like and subscribe. See you later, guys.